In evidence to our committee, Cabinet Secretary Sir Chris Wormald asserted that in passing the National Security Act 2023, Parliament has, and I quote, resolved the problem with the Official Secrets Act that actually led to the recent collapse of the China espionage case. Do you actually agree with that assessment?
Yes. It's an extremely comprehensive act. It was the result of a prolonged study by the Law Commission, which included the receiving of confidential evidence from the security services. It's the act itself, if one looks at its drafting, one has to bear in mind that any act which seeks to anticipate threats in a highly developing situation, both politically and technologically, may have flaws in it, but it's very difficult to find them in this act because of the very wide range of offences which it creates, which to some extent overlap, but which certainly seem to cover everything that my powers of imagination have been able to conceive.
Thank you very much. Mr. Hall, do you actually agree with Sir Chris Wormald's assessment?
Yes, with this caveat that it's always going to be difficult to deal with patient Chinese operations, what they might call seeding operations, where it's difficult to identify the nature of the harm that's intended. For example, is it about promoting a politician who might become influential in the future? Is it about getting access to someone else? And that's obviously evident in the Berry and Cash case. There are some lessons to be learned, I think, from the Cash and Berry prosecution, which are relevant to the National Security Act, which is what comes to what I call status allegations. In the Cash and Berry case, it was to say that China had the status of an enemy and all the difficulties that gave rise to. There are similar issues under the National Security Act if an allegation is made that a person or an entity is a foreign intelligence service, which could have similar diplomatic, economic consequentials as well.